The conflict with Iran is entering its fourth week, dominating front pages and news cycles across the globe. Most of the coverage assumes the United States is acting from a strictly defensive posture. The facts on the ground tell a different story. The violence began strictly as an American offensive. In late February, the U.S. launched a series of unprovoked military strikes across the region. Yet the administration officials who ordered those strikes cannot agree on why they happened or who ultimately made the call. To figure out how this regional catastrophe actually started, we have to look past the press briefings and examine the chaotic reality of the White House's internal decision-making. The first major public explanation for the attack emerged recently during a political roundtable discussion in Tennessee. President Donald Trump singled out his defense secretary, pointing the finger at him for being the first to advocate for military intervention. Trump claimed Hegseth urged the strike to stop a nuclear threat, quoting him, "Let's do it because you can't let them have a nuclear weapon." Other officials in the same administration tell a completely conflicting story. They claim the U.S. strike was actually used as cover because Israel was already preparing to launch its own preemptive attacks. A preemptive attack is a first strike designed to destroy an enemy's perceived threat before they can act. These contradictory accounts form a massive justification gap. The stated fear of an Iranian nuclear threat was likely a convenient shield used to mask preemptive military maneuvers by an ally. Far from Washington, the immediate aftermath in Tehran guaranteed an inevitable violent Iranian retaliation. The official public stance from the president was that these retaliatory missile strikes caught the United States completely by surprise. Internal intelligence reports show the exact opposite. Analysts had issued clear warnings that a U.S. first strike would trigger an immediate, aggressive blowback. The administration received those intelligence assessments and actively chose to ignore them before launching the bombers. Provoking a foreign military, throwing out your own intelligence warnings, and then feigning surprise when the missiles fly back, creates a deadly foresight gap. Beyond the political infighting, there is a brutal human reality on the ground. This chart shows the staggering civilian death toll. 2 massive columns represent over 1,500 killed in Iran and 1,000 in Lebanon. Compare that to the Allied side. A nearly invisible bar represents 15 Israelis. Finally, the chart adds the 13 U.S. military personnel lost. Losing those 13 American service members is a tragedy. Yet this low figure highlights how completely insulated U.S. decision-makers are from the chaos they ordered. The official narrative of a defensive war masks a vastly asymmetric slaughter of civilians who had absolutely no say in how this conflict began. Today, that exact lack of clear strategy continues to dictate American foreign policy. Just recently, the president arbitrarily extended a Monday deadline for Iran by an additional 5 days. These erratic timeline shifts offer no diplomatic resolution. They only freeze millions of people across the region in an ongoing state of panic. An uncoordinated, highly contradictory U.S. military intervention has occurred, and the Middle East is paying the absolute highest price for it. We have to question official government statements when the math doesn't add up. If you want to help expose the gaps in these stories, like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with someone who needs to see the data.